Hey everyone, welcome back to my Project 13, Moto X Pure Edition 2015 on the left, and the new kid on the block, the LG Nexus 5X on the right. We're going to do an app opening test and a Wi-Fi speed test. So I already got some apps chosen out, sitting on those displays. Let me tell you what the displays are. On the Moto X, you got a 5.7-inch IPS TFT display at 1440 by 2560 Quad HD. Also takes an nano-SIM. On the LG Nexus 5X, you have a 5.2 IPS LCD display at 1080p. It is running 6.0 Marshmallow. The Moto X is still running 5.1.1. And also the LG Nexus 5X takes a nano-SIM as well. So what is underneath the hood of these devices that they're going to use against each other? Well, on the Moto X, you got a Qualcomm Snapdragon 808 hexa-core, dual core at 1.8 gigahertz, a quad core at 1.44 gigahertz, Adreno 418. The LG Nexus 5X also has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 808, a hexa-core, dual core at 1.82 gigahertz, and a quad core at 1.44 gigahertz, also an Adreno 418. They both have fast charge 2.0. Difference is the LG Nexus 5X uses USB Type-C. Please utilize the fast charge on the Nexus 5X because it doesn't have great battery life and you will not make it through the day if you're mediocre to semi-heavy or a really heavy user. So have one in the car, have one at home, have a couple at the office, wherever you work, because this device will run out of juice and you're going to need to juice it up. Plug it in for 10-15 minutes and you're going to get a good amount of juice, about at least 40 to almost 50%. So those first few moments are crucial for this device if you want to make it through the day, or utilize all the options when it comes to battery saving modes on the LG Nexus 5X. So with that being said, I'm going to mention one more thing. The Moto X has a 3000 milliamp battery, and what makes the LG Nexus 5X weak as far as battery life is the 2700 milliamp battery. And I think that's due to the fact that they wanted to make a really thin device, so they sacrificed, and they shouldn't have. They really shouldn't have. So again, these two are going to go up against each other in the first comparison using the LG Nexus 5X. So let's begin. We're going to do the clocks. We're going to go into settings. That was pretty close. The LG took that first run. Calculator. Really close. Now I'm going to kind of let you guys see, and you can tell me who you think is doing much better. Right now I think it's pretty close. I may call out a wrong one at times, so you can leave a feedback comment on that. Even though I'm wearing glasses, sometimes I don't see everything correctly. I think that was the Moto X. Let's go to pictures. Got to load up all the pictures. There we go. I think that was the Moto X as well. Google Plus. And Moto X. Maps. Wow. That was pretty close too. Play Store. And Moto X. Let's go to Amazon. Wow, pretty close there too as well. I mean, they're beating each other by just a tidbit, I think. Overall, I think the Moto X is performing just a tad bit better. Camera. Oh, wow. I don't know if the LG took that one or not. Again, you can decide on what you're seeing here. I'm not going to do Chrome. Let's go into a couple games. Temple Run. Woo! Look at that. The LG Nexus 5X came through on that one. Let's do Asphalt 8. Now, every time I open this app, sometimes it doesn't open the way I like it, but hopefully it does. Moto X takes the lead, but it's got to load up. Okay, Moto X. We're going to go into a couple websites. Huawei Nexus 6P. I purposely put that there because today I will be getting that device. It's on its way, and I am like super, super stoked. There was nothing in the background in both these devices when I first started this test. I made sure I cleared everything out. You're going to have to trust me on that. I think the LG took that one. Yeah, it did. And let's go. And they're still loading up top. I can see the little lines going across the top of the display there. And they're almost there. Looks like the Moto X is going to do it. Nope, the LG loaded up first on this one. Okay, we're going to go into IMDb. Moto X. Hopefully I'm not casting too much shadow over the top of that. A little more vivid, a little more sharp, a little more washed out. But the display on this LG Nexus 5X is actually more solid. If you're in a dark room with both these displays on the blacks, you'll be surprised though that the LG Nexus 5X has more of a solid black screen, even though it's a tad bit washed out. The black is solid, and I didn't mean to say it was actually deeper the other day, and what I meant that it was more solid. I think it's just a better optimized display, but yes, you're getting more of a poppy, vivid sharpness on the Moto X. But again, that's my opinion. Still looks good to me. We're going to go into YouTube. Yeah, the LG Nexus 6 is doing pretty good. We're going to turn up this device here just a tad bit. There we go. And let's see. Which video am I going to play? I'm not going to play one of my own. Hey, look at this.
Hey everybody, this is Russell with Android 10.
Boy, that was at the same time. That was a tie. And then we're going to go out of here. And I'm going to open a couple recent pages to see if they're still loaded up or if they have to reload. Oh, they're still loaded up. Still there. Awesome, awesome. Okay, now we're going to do a Wi-Fi speed test. We're going to run a couple of these just to make sure it's fair. Moto X first. I am using Comcast Wi-Fi. There's nothing else running right now in the house except for me. And I do have those pages in the background, so that means it's going to probably have to work a little bit harder I could have cleared them all out, but right now, look at that 56.77 megabits per second on the Moto X. That is just amazing. Ping is 12, communications grid there. Uploads at 6.18 megabits. On the LG Nexus 5X. Now I'm telling you, this LG Nexus 5X could have been such a great device if they had just put in a better battery for better battery life. That's just a disappointment because it's got so many good things to it. And, man, I think just LG didn't do good on this. And if it's part of the sacrifice for a thin device, because I'm a user, I mean, I'm a hardcore user. I don't like to sacrifice my device for the sake of trying to just get through the day. I just don't. So you got 57.43 megabits per second download, upload 6.31, and it's pretty darn close, you guys. Pretty darn close. So do you want me to take everything out? I will. Let's do one without all these pages open. And then we'll do one just to see how that does. Okay, so I'm going to find the server again, and then we're going to call it good on this app opening test and the Wi-Fi speed test. Let's see on the final run what the Moto X Pure Edition 2015 does. Wow. Is it going to hit 60? 58.04 on the downloads, megabits per second. Look at ping at 11. Communication is great. In the uploads, you got 6.19. Let's finish it off with the LG Nexus 5X. $53.51 on the download, just a little under the Moto. And of course, you got to remember, you got 3 gigs of RAM on the Moto X Pure Edition to the 2 gigs of RAM. And basically, their engines are about the same. You know, they're running the Qualcomm Snapdragon 808, both hexacores. I mean, they're both right there. I think that extra gig of RAM really helps the Moto X Pure Edition 2015. Uploads. Better on the LG Nexus 5X at 7.77. So there you go. That is the first comparison using the LG Nexus 5X. You know what, everybody? Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time. It was a little lengthy. You can skip through the video if you want, but I think this is some good information if this is something that you like to see when considering buying a device. Again, I think that the LG Nexus 5X has some potential. If you are an easy user, moderate to easy user, I think you're going to be fine with this device, and it may be worth your money to consider the LG Nexus 5X. Just remember, you might want to go for the 32 gig variant. It doesn't have that expandable storage like the Moto X. But if you're not a heavy user like me, you'll probably be just fine. If you're great at utilizing fast charge throughout the day and you plug in your device, you know, here and there like I do, I always plug it in. Whether that's good or bad, it's just what I do. Then you'll get through the day. So, something to think about, something to consider. As always, God bless. Have a great day. My Project 13. Till the next vid. Peace. Thanks for watching. I'm out.